Recorded live at Vauxhall Comedy Club, this is the Ding Dong Gong Show.
Vauxhall Comedy Club, are you ready for the Ding Dong Gong Show? Please welcome your host, Mooch!
Yes, that's the energy we want. That's the white girl energy we want from the front fucking row. The rest of you really need to fucking learn a lesson from this crazy lady here. What the fuck is your name? Because you're either my number one fan or a number one fan of cocaine. Maybe both. Okay, what is your name? Izzy. Lizzie! Do I take an accent there, Lizzie? No? Am I going fucking crazy here? Mate, this is just how arrogant Americans are. It's like, this isn't an accent, you've got an accent. I'm going to come back to you later, Izzy, because you seem like a character. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ding Dong Gong Show. Give me a cheer. Give me a cheer if you've been to this show or any sort of gong show before. Okay, all right. Give me a cheer if you have no idea what this show is about. Okay, you are no idea. Wonderful, cool. Was that actually our tech Max? Wonderful. Right, so I'm going to run you through quickly how this show works. It is a gong show, which means we've got a load of hopefuls who are going to come up on stage and they're going to try and make you laugh for 5 minutes straight. Now, that is a lot harder than it sounds for 2 reasons. One, if you're laughing at that shit, you're going to love tonight. If that's the level we're at, that's what she said jokes. It's actually not going to be too bad, but yeah. What I was going to say is like this, it's hard to make you laugh for 5 minutes because of 2 reasons. One, the level of comic we've got here for tonight is not amazing. I'm honest. I'm going to need you to lower your expectations is all I'm going to say. And the second reason why it's not actually that easy is because, come on, sit over here, no one's noticed. Blending in there is because you, the audience, can decide whether you want them to finish their set or not. Yeah, you lot have the power. It's basically a mixture between X Factor and Jeremy Kyle. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, we've got about 6-7 acts, and then we've got some randoms from. I don't know what names are in here. Yeah, like these could be crazy people off the street. So trigger warning, like some wild shit may be said on this stage. Vauxhall has quite a homeless problem, and sometimes they like to just come in for the warmth. All right, cool. Was that the line? Yeah. Not that line. All right, Izzy? Okay, cool. Right. So it's hard. It's hard making you cunts laugh. And it's going to be... But we like to give them a chance. So like when people come up on stage, you, the audience, are going to be the masters of their fate. You know, you can decide whether they go home and cut themselves or... I gave you the trigger warning. My name could be in that bucket. Or whether they go home and they're just happy as fucking Larry. But so each act, we're going to give them a chance. Yeah, we're gonna choose 4 members of the audience, and they're going to represent the opinion of you all. It's sort of like democracy. But when the acts come up on stage, we're going to give them a chance. Yeah, they get 60 seconds. To make you laugh, yeah? If some of the audience don't, if the dong masters, the people who we've chosen to represent the audience don't like the jokes that they're saying, they can raise their dong of power into the air and they will hear this sound.
1 dong.
We don't have a sound for that yet. 3 dongs and they are gone. They are out of here and you will hear this sound. Another one bites the dust. Yes. I thought it was going to be a bigger reaction from you. So yeah, 3 dongs, they're gone, but we are going to give these guys a chance because it is all about development of comics today. You know, we want to see these acts come up on stage, try their jokes. If they're terrible, get off. But if they're good, they can win a pro show right here, a paid spot at Vauxhall Comedy Club on a weekend. I know. So please make sure that only the good go through because it can be painful if they're terrible. Okay, cool. So they've got 60 seconds of grace. This is the other thing I've got to inform you about, which means that, you know, they've come up on stage and you've got 60 seconds to see whether they are funny or not. If they're not funny within 60 seconds, there's a high probability they're not going to be funny for the rest of their set. So after that 60 seconds, you will hear this sound. That's the ding. When you hear that ding, you can dong. Does that make sense? Fucking A. All right, fun, wonderful. Right, so whether they've had a good set or not, after that 60 seconds, after their set, all the comics will be given a little bit of feedback and a light roasting. It's a quite nice way to sort of get a little bit of a peek behind how comedy works, yeah? So we've got some judges who will give them some tips, maybe give them some advice, maybe just try and hit on them. It's all happened here before. These guys are wild and they've been drinking all fucking day, which I think is probably quite a good cue for me to introduce our judges tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Jay Handley and Catherine Henson! Wonderful. So these are two of our regulars here at Vauxhall Comedy Club and all the major comedy clubs across London. Jay, who looks like Jesus, and Catherine, who looks like a female Jesus. Jay, Catherine, what are you looking for from some of these acts tonight? What sort of comedy are you looking for?
I would like to see comedians who haven't learned how to do comedy yet. As a result, make terrible choices that only I find funny. That's all I want to see.
I would like to see what Jay wants to see. I would also, it would be fun to see somebody who was so good they made me want to quit. I would like to quit comedy, and I need a reason. So, and if one of these acts happens to be my dad, that would also be a nice. It's been 20 years, so.
She's not joking. All right. So, okay, cool. Well, I mean, look, who is here to see people do well? Yeah! Okay. Who's here to see people do badly? Yeah! Okay, all right. Which leads me... Okay, a lot of cunts in. Wonderful. That's fine. We need you to be cruel to be kind. So, I've got to choose some of you guys to be the representatives of the audience. Do we have anyone in here who's feeling like they are quite judgy? Are you the guy who shouted, that's what she said? Yeah. Okay. Absolutely not. You can't be the judge of what is funny. Lizzie, like you had all the confidence in the world. Has the cocaine worn off yet? Yes? Okay, cool. You're shrinking like his dick. Wonderful. Lizzie, what do you do, Lizzie?
I'm a student.
You're a student, okay. Not impressed. All right. All right, maybe. But what? Do we think Lizzie goes to a good university? Or do we think Lizzie goes to a shit university? Okay. All right.
I think Lizzie has a rich dad.
Yeah. Look at her. She's keen. Lizzie, what university do you go to?
I go to school in South Carolina, College of Charleston.
The College of Charleston. Okay, it's about a dance. Wonderful. And what are you studying, Lizzie?
I'm studying public health.
Public health. Wow, what a time. 2 years too late, some may say. And Lizzie, do you have? Are you a bitch? Do you,
I don't think so.
your friend is shaking her head, so you're the bitch. Okay. What's your name?
Michaela.
And are you at the same university of Charleston?
No, I'm not.
No, what do you do, Michaela?
I'm a student at the University of Colorado.
University of Colorado, is that good? And Michaela, do you feel like you can be judged? Do you feel like you can be cruel to be kind and be our first judge here tonight? No. Okay. I need confidence. I need you to see if someone is not doing well, will you put them out of their misery? Front row, I need some help. Big man, what is your name, sir? Josh, and is this your partner? Wonderful. What's the worst thing he's done recently? I want to say, has he been a horrible person? Does he have that capacity? He has. What made that? Wow. There was zero like pause there. She was, and the fact that you sound so lovely. He has the capacity. Josh, do you feel you can be? Yeah. Okay. Do we feel Josh is going to be the first? Josh, have you been to this show before? So you know you have to raise a dong of power in the air? Wonderful. Okay, cool, Josh. I forgot, yeah, so basically the dong of power is actually a massive deal. I'm going to give you this one for diversity. They're not always that big. Okay, ladies here in the front row, do you feel like... Whoop. Did you think you were watching Netflix and like, that I'm not going to talk to you when you go like that? What is your name, my love? Chloe. Oh my God, Chloe. Yeah. Bunts. Oh my God, we sat in the front row and he took the piss out of me and Daddy. What university did you go to, Chloe? Oxford. Brooks. I love how you said that like that wasn't just continuing the posh shit that was going. I actually went to Oxford. Okay, wonderful. Well, look, the way that you said that leads me to imply that you can be quite judgy. Do you feel that you can be harsh today? Do you feel you can put... Oh, fuck yeah. Who are you all the friends here, yeah? Is she the bitchy one in the group, or... You just... You've just met her and you just nodded your head like that. Okay, Chloe. Wonderful. Do we think Chloe can be our second judge for this evening? All right, Chloe. Well, Chloe, I think this is the... Didn't see that in Oxford, did you, Chloe? Okay, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have two more judges to pick from. Catherine, sorry. Jay, do you spot anyone in here, do you think?
This lady looks like
This lady over here?
The
You're performing. Okay, then probably best not. Okay, guys over here. You look like a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah.
And if this is your wish, then we can make it come true. What is your name, sir? Valentine. And that is your real name? Fuck me. Oh my God, Valentine, that's a lovely name for a stripper. Maybe. Valentine, what do you do, my friend? You're a student. Is anyone not a fucking student in here? Is that, you're all students? Oh, you're not students? Jesus. You look good for your age is what I'm trying to say. What are you studying, Valentine? Electronics with nanophysics. Okay, cool. I feel fucking stupid. Electronics with nano... What the fuck does that, like, lead onto a job to becoming? Do you just an evil scientist, or... You don't know? How did you... So when, like, I did my degree because it's what I could get into with the points that I had. I'm assuming you're quite intelligent. Okay, maybe not. Nanophysics, that sounds fucking bonkers. Like, what is the application that you're going to do with that in real life? Okay. So basically, he had the exact same thing. These are the points that I can get into fucking... What university are we at? What university are we at? Frankfurt. Oh, so good. All right, cool. I didn't realize. So you're German? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, this is sexy now. Yeah. Or Valentine, yeah. Yeah, well, I'll see you after in the break, yeah. Valentine, do we think Valentine can be our third? Valentine, you had big dick energy, so I'm going to even it out with one of these. There you go, Valentine. Trust me, I know you're packing more than that. That's nanotechnology, but not a nano dick for you, sir. All right, we have one more. These two lovely people over here. You were latecomers in. What is your name? Anita. And do you feel... Shut the fuck up. I know you're discussing the dick, and it's just kind of like, oh my God, that is girthy. Yeah? Just get out more. Anita. All right. What do you do, Anita? You work for the bank. All right, cool. She's evil. This is fine. No, this is good. So, what is it? Is it like a high street bank or a proper evil bank?
Part of the capitalist world, the worst.
That's look. We all love money, don't we? Yeah. I know you do. Oxford, yeah. And do you feel that you can be harsh? If you have to? Oh God, she said that like a dominatrix. Yeah. All right, cool. Do we think Anita can be our fourth and final? All right, Anita. I'm sorry, it's a really dirty one that we've got left. I don't know what it is. We just found this one, so yeah. It's really grim, and but like you're used to dirty money. You're used to handling that, so. A dirty dick shouldn't be too tricky. All right, cool. So, just to recap the rules, there is a little bit of chatter amongst the crowd. When the comics are on stage, remember, some of these guys, they may be coming up and this may be their first time on stage, so you need to give them every opportunity to be shit. So, when they're on stage, absolutely zero chatter or whispering. It can put off the performers and it can just stop other people enjoying the show. Does that sound good? Fucking A. Remember, it's 60 seconds. All the judges waved your massive dicks in the air. So we had Josh. We had, was it Chloe? Chloe. We had Anita. And who was the other dick? Zagot Valentine. Wonderful. One more thing. I don't know if you noticed this, but it is a bit of a culture of bullying here. Yeah? This is... You were straight into that, Anita. So if these judges, if these dong masters are not really doing it, if the act on stage is shit and they're not raising their dong loud quick enough, you, the audience, can bully them. No. Jesus Christ, Valentine. And the way you do that is not by any sort of form of violence. You just shout dong. Yeah? Collective dong. 1, 2, 3. Dong! Just one dong from you. Dong! Exactly. So if the act is on stage and they're not shit and the judges are being too polite, you shout dong, bully them into raising their dong off the stage, into the air, and we can get another act on. Does that sound good, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah! Fucking A! All right, cool. Are we ready to see some comedians? Wonderful. Oh, I forgot to say we've got Lee up in the booth. Who is the God Mike?
Hey.
Hello, Lee. Who is up first, Mr. Lee?
It is Duffy Connors.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Duffy Connors!
I'm in between jobs, I hope. Once I was this close to group sex, and that's when they spotted me. You have to be careful with role play. Apparently there's a big difference between asking your girlfriend to dress up as a stripper and asking her to dress up as a specific stripper. A woman is more likely to conceive if she's aroused during sex. So I try to not please her for both our sakes. Me and mate Jim are both single at the moment, so we started going little man dates to keep each other company. I met someone really special lately, so I was going to stop the man dates, but the sex with Jim is really good. I'm not saying I haven't had sex in so long, my condoms have expired, but the date has faded off them. I bought a pack of real feel condoms, just an empty box. We don't use contraception in my family. That's why I'm here. I'm a one-liner comedian. My life's like a one-liner. You think it's funny for 5 seconds and realize it's not going anywhere. There's a garbage island in the ocean the size of Texas, making it the second worst thing, the size of Texas. You have to wait 24. Yeah, you have to wait 24 hours. I haven't even got. I love you laughing with the anticipation. You believe in me more than me. She's praying for me. That's so positive. Thank you very much. I never knew my father. He abandoned me as a child. I just wasn't ready for that kind of responsibility. My grandmother's in hospital at the moment. She's not sick. She's like, hey, it was you didn't know it was a joke. She could really be ill. It is a joke though, it's okay. My grandmother told me never turn down anything free. I think she was underestimating just how many drugs I'd be offered. In a movie, it's acceptable for a character to sneak drugs on a plane by sticking them up his arse. Apparently I have a problem, I do that with a can of Foster's. I'm a social drinker. I'm social every night of the week. Sometimes I wake up still social from the night before. I look down and I realize while I was asleep, I socialized all over myself. When you walk past a police station drunk, you think, fuck the police. And when you're stoned, you think, fuck the police. When you're in ecstasy, you think, fuck the police. When you're in coke, you think, fuck, I can convince them I'm the police. I don't drink wine, but I keep a bottle at home in case I bring a lady back. It's been so long since that's happened, the wine has doubled in value. Eventually, I'm either going to get laid or rich. I was walking into a pub and they had a sign that said, guide dogs only. Those are the last dogs who should be getting drunk. Why do penguins get to decide what books are classics? I haven't had sex with my wife since I made her up a few seconds ago. I think people put too much effort to chat up lines. I just say the first thing that comes into my head. I was in Lidl buying bin bags. There was a cute girl in the till, so I said, hey, do you come with the bin bags? So I'm banned from Lidl. I was doing that joke and the guy said, I get it, because using the bin bags as condoms. That's not the joke. You meet a lot of stupid people through dating. I was talking to this woman who said she likes to read Tolstoy. I said, it's pronounced Toy Story. And you don't read it, you watch it. Oh, he's donging me over there, but you don't have the power to dong. You're trying to be a Dong Juan over there. I don't know why I'm doing jokes. My crowd walk is walking way better. I should be hosting this. I shouldn't say that, actually. That's an insanely dangerous move. A warning for anyone in the audience who's thinking about having sex with me. You know what they say, once you go Irish, you might go back. You might not. It's a free country. Well, 3/4 free. It's actually a pretty complicated issue. One not easily summed up in a phrase. But you know, please have sex with me.
All I do is win, win,
Oh! Give it up for Duffy Connors!
Everybody hands go up.
Yeah, Duffy, like you were good. Like I'm gonna be fully honest here. I'm not a massive fan of one-liners, but you had some really well-written jokes in there, man. And what was even more interesting was you were better off the cuff. Your crowd work. I mean, she was laughing before you were even talking. Like the dead mum bit. She loved. I mean, she's obviously a real fan of dark comedy or hates your mum. And the bit where you put down the guy who shouted dong, that was really, like, off the top of your head, I thought that was really great. Do you do normal comedy as well? Or does it all just one-liners or?
Well, I've been working on some stories at the moment. I want to get him perfect before I bring him here.
Well, yeah, no. Look, it's all about trial and error, and like I think I can tell from your writing that you're a funny guy. One-liners I always find hard to listen to for like 10 minutes because you have to be really, really, really good for it to stay snappy and interesting. But you had some great one-liners in there, man. So like, give it up one more time for Duffy Connors. How long have you been going?
7 years.
7 years. Oh, look, it tells. You know, you've got some jokes there, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think one-liners are so hard. Brevity is not my strong suit. I couldn't write one-liner, so I'm just like impressed at all. And I think like there was a little bit of getting to know you through the one-liners, which I think is kind of interesting. And I like the element of how your personality, like who you are, comes out when the crowd work happens, and it's almost a little mean. And then you go back to these jokes like, please fuck me, you know, like. And I think there could be something interesting there if you keep like, even if you like start working in crowd work. Do you know what I mean? Because it's kind of fascinating, and then it keeps the one-liner thing fresh, right? Like everybody was ready to listen to more. So I think it was really good. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good. I think these two covered most of the bases, but yeah, I don't think you should shy away from one-liners. It's what you like, isn't it?
Yeah,
you should lean into what you like doing. Obviously, there's people like Gary Delaney, Jimmy Carr, all that. They're one-liner comedians, and they've gone very far. The nice thing about one-liners is you can just kind of like keep replacing your shittest jokes with better new ones, and the more brilliant ones you write over the years, the more strong your set will get, and that's fine. But yeah, with the crowd work, it's brilliant. I've never seen anyone shit on someone for not having a dildo before. But it was beautiful. You have no power, sir. You were not granted a dildo, I'm afraid. But it was brilliant. You were so in the room with it, so like, and it was like it wasn't like a kind of cliched put down. It was like a specific, relevant put down to this guy's complete impotence. It was brilliant. No, it was absolutely wonderful. So well done.
Oh, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to our first finalist, Duffy Connors! Right. We have got some crazy people who have put their names in the bucket. Do you want to go from a name from the bucket, audience? All right, cool. No one's ever said no when I've asked that. So, who have we got up next, Catherine?
The paper is moist, which is disconcerting. Okay, it's Francisco Alejandro.
Francisco Alejandro!
Hello everyone. So my dad and sister have both had a nose job, which makes it hard for me to be body positive since I still have the same nose they had before the surgery. And it's hard and it's not fair because my sister and I both have my dad's nose, but he paid for her nose job. Why didn't I get any reparations? I remember when I went on a date with a woman and we took a selfie and she straight up looked at the picture and said, "Why's your nose like that?" That made me feel insecure, but it did help me become a better catfish on Tinder. I then met my first girlfriend and she actually said she liked my nose. So I knew there'd be no trust in that relationship. But So, because I'm very secure, I decided to become a personal trainer. I'm now a 26-year-old retired personal trainer. And I tell people I retired because of the pandemic, but I just wasn't that good. And I didn't like the fact that most of my clients had no previous gym experience, but still had more muscle than me. So when I worked at Fitness First, there was this Italian trainer who gave the strangest advice I'd ever heard. She told women, if you're going on a first date, make sure to always squeeze in a quick session beforehand with your dildo. She said it was because you then won't be likely to sleep with the guy. And as a man, that's when I started to understand why people voted for Brexit. Because these dildos are stealing our jobs. I've read that machines pose a threat to our jobs, but I never took it seriously until I saw those rotating, vibrating dildos. Welcome back. We're talking about dildos right now. So, it's as if those dildos have put millions of skilled workers out of work because they took that movement pattern directly from sperm cells. It's as if they voted Tory on the sperm's behalf because
Where are the other domes?
they're enjoying the jokes. Relax, they're enjoying the jokes. So anyway, when I was at work, I was thinking, imagine working so hard to get 6-pack
2
abs
dongs.
and then finally
3
get to
dongs.
the beach.
Oh, give it up for Francisco Alejandro. Francisco, you came on and these girls went fucking batshit crazy. Oh, you saw him. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, it didn't go quite as well today. But the first half was great. I thought the first half of your set, you had them. It was that weird Brexit dildo joke that kind of like, I don't know if it was just like Brexit split the audience or if just no one knew what the fuck you were talking about.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So, like, yeah, so Francisco, just to bring everyone up to speed, he was here on one of the first Ding Dong Gong shows and was truly dogshit awful. But he has improved so much and has put in the work, and you can really tell.
Thank you.
He's beaten the Gong show. He's beaten the 5 before, and I like the first few jokes you had the rhythm, you had the momentum, and I don't know if it was just new material or if you kind of stumbled over it a bit, but you kind of lost them there, and it just shows the importance of those beats and keeping that momentum up there. So you're not far off, man. The first bits were great, and maybe work on the dildo bit or drop it if it's not tickling anyone's fancy. Guys, do you have any input?
No pun intended.
No pun intended. That's what she said. There we go.
I think, I do think you lost me personally when you referred to men's dicks as skilled workers. You know, a dildo has always made me come, but a man, and I'm looking at you, sir, and I'm just saying your hit rate, I'm sure it's not 100 out of 100. I'm just...
It's not.
It's definitely nowhere near 100.
I'm nowhere near 100. But I think I was there for the one you did first. So you've improved a lot. So you have jokes now. So it's like, no, I think that, look, it's hard. It's hard to do this. And I think the beginning was really great because we got to know a little bit about your, I mean, I'm assuming it's true. You have a sister. She had no job and everything.
And my dad as well, yeah.
And your dad. So I think that's all very interesting. It's unique to you. And so, I thought that was great. I would rethink the dildo thing, but that's just me, you know?
Okay, no problem.
I can't wait to go home to mine, so.
Yeah, I thought you were good, man. I thought you were very likable. Everyone obviously warms to you, I think, as soon as you're on stage. You've got a nice demeanour. I found you shitting on your nose a lot. I don't think you got a bad nose, dude. I think... Go fuck yourselves. I mean, we've got to stick together, we big nose people, man. But genuinely, my initial reaction is it's not that bad that you can maybe shit on it that much, as it were. You know what I mean? You guys, what do you think? All right, maybe it is. No worries. No, there we go. Maybe it is. But it's one of those where it's you come out, you look all right. So sort of banging on yourself, maybe you'll lose a few people doing that. But no, overall, good stuff. I like the Brexit dildo thing. I thought that's funny. It's a good concept. It is. I think it's just the way you introduce the premise is you kind of go, I realise now why people vote for Brexit. And it's kind of like It's like one of those things that sounds like a punchline but doesn't have enough information in it to get the laugh you need. But the premise of it is funny, so it's like working out a way to introduce that premise in a way that gets the laugh right away, and then start building on that initial laugh, because you opened up the premise with a bit of confusion rather than with a bit of certainty, which is what jokes should strive to do.
Yeah, you can't.
Fucking hell. Anyway, my next TED talk is about.
I do think also on that joke you kind of tripped over your words a little bit with it, and sometimes even something as small as that can just can lose the audience. I remember when you first came on, you were talking about body fat, and like, are you okay? Because this guy is a good-looking chap. Do we not think? I know. Valentine would definitely fuck you.
Nose.
But yeah, like I don't think you've got this body issue, and you come up on stage and you're talking about your nose or your body fat. But bro, you look great. So don't look at me.
Oh, thank you so much, Mooch, man. You're just trying to make me feel better now,
man.
Mooch.
So just maybe get a haircut, but
Don't do it. No.
He's gonna steal your gigs, bro. But yeah,
Probably
didn't quite make it tonight, but fucking great effort. Give it up for Francisco Alejandro! Wonderful. Lee, who is next up from the list?
We have Henry Ginsberg.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to stage Henry Ginsberg!
Very nice to be here. I normally like to start my sets by asking, do we have any single people in here? Give me a cheer if you're single. Oh, wow, you actually started whooping before I finished the question. Very nice to hear. I actually proposed to my girlfriend the other day. She didn't text back. So spending a lot of time alone. One of the things I've been doing is I've been watching a lot of documentaries. I recently watched a documentary all about the Roman Emperor Nero. Here are some interesting facts I learned about Nero. During his reign, he had an incestuous relationship with his mother. Yeah. He kicked his pregnant wife to death, and he persecuted the Christians so violently that they believed him to be the Antichrist. And it's facts like that make me wonder, how long does a psychotic mass murderer have to have been dead for before it's socially acceptable to name a high street coffee shop after because there must have been a meeting, mustn't there? Like, guys, what sort of image do we want to go with here? Like I want to know what the cut-off point is. Like, I'm pretty sure today, if I opened a bar called Stalin's, just... You can imagine it, Cal, can't you? Happy hour at Stalin's, all drinks are half price, but some drinks are more half price than others. I think eyebrows would be raised. So, my name is Ginsberg. It's a Jewish surname, ladies. Once you go Jew, the won't do. Yeah, nobody says that. I wasn't raised in a religious family. I'm glad I wasn't brought up religious, because I'll be honest with you, as religions go, Judaism is not one of the cool ones. It's really not. For example, the story of Hanukkah, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it features probably the single shittest miracle in all of religion. Like, when you think of miracles in religion, you think of, like, Jesus rising from the dead, or, Moses parting the seas. You know what the miracle of Hanukkah is? There's only enough oil to light a lamp for one night. But it lasts for 8 nights. That's it. I mean, I hate to confirm the stereotype that Jews are stingy, but... it's the only religion that's got a festival celebrating fuel efficiency. So, See, I joke, of course, like, there is a lot of anti-Semitism in the world. Here's something I've noticed recently, I don't know if you have, but Jews are actually the only racial group that never gets fetishized in porn. Yeah, you go on, like, the interracial section in any porn site, all the videos are like big black cock or, tight Asian girls. And I'm not saying that's okay, because it's not, it's racist and dehumanizing and wrong. But I've got to admit, I do feel a bit left out, Just once I wanted to see a thumbnail on Pornhub. Watch this nice Jewish girl get schnooped, No, just once I want to see a film where a guy comes to the front door like, "Hey baby, I've come to do the accounts." You know. See, I'm not the most stereotypically manly person. I'm quite gender non-conforming, really, in that I enjoy a lot of things which are stereotypically regarded as feminine, you know, like rom-coms and foreplay. And like... You see, I don't think, like, we had positive male role models growing up. I don't think we did. Like, when I was a kid, I used to watch James Bond movies, right? And I used to idolise James Bond as a character. And I don't know if you've noticed, but James Bond is a sociopathic, alcoholic sex pest. You know that scene at the end of Goldfinger where he literally, like, wrestles, like, Pussy Galore off the ground and, like, forces himself down on it? And, like, because it's got the romantic music playing in the background, you watch it as a child and you think, ooh, she can't resist his charm. And, yeah, you watch it again as an adult, you're like, oh, she can't resist his upper body strength. Like, you know, he drinks vodka martinis, right? And yet we never actually see him get shit-faced. You know, we've never seen that scene in a Bond movie where he's just on his phone at 2 in the morning going, "Oi, Q, I fucking love you, mate." You know. Everything vodka martini. Really, by the end of that film, he should be crashing into the enemy's secret base, just. Oi, close up. See, my mates who I hang out with, they're a lot more stereotypically laddie than I am. Like, they can do lad banter, and I'm pull it off. I try and join in, but I fuck it up. All
I do is win.
Give it up for Henry Ginsberg!
Get it up, and every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Absolutely demolished that. Well done, man. Like, I'm assuming you've been going quite a while. Fair while, mate. Like, that was just such a tight set. Like you came on straight away, got some laughs, and then it was just joke after punchline after joke after punchline. I think you were by far the set of the night so far. Premises were great. You know, like some really just original sort of perspectives on some stuff. I love the sort of the Jew porn thing. I've not heard that before.
It is out there though. I've seen it.
Lee's seen all the porn. But yeah, I mean, look, it was absolutely great. I loved every minute of it. I wanted to see more.
Thank you.
Hey. Yeah. I thought it was shit. No, it was really good, brilliant. I thought what I noticed right away is really confident. I think most confident stage presence I've seen so far. Put everyone at ease. Really solid opening joke. And then I was thinking, fucking hell, he's talking about fucking Nero murdering his pregnant wife and all this shit. I was thinking, Jesus Christ, he's lowered the tone somewhat after that wonderful opening joke. And then you fucking had a brilliant punchline for it, and I was like, okay. Knows what he's doing. That's absolutely fine. And then for the whole set, it was just all solid joke after solid joke. Really good. And I like how smug everyone was for getting the what's it, Animal Farm joke he did. They were all like, oh, yes. Or at least, maybe that was just me. Anyway, but very good. Well done.
Yeah, I thought, like, your observations were so unique to you, so it's like you get an idea of who you are in it as well. It's not just like, what's the deal with airplane food? But it's like, opening with the Nero thing, like, and how hard that went, and then it just was flipped to something so, like, whimsical, and then the Jew porn thing, like, as somebody who's seen it all as well, like, never thought about it, but, like, and how you're like, I feel left out, and how that's the punchline, like, it just says something. I thought it was, yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say. It was great. Yeah.
Right. Cool. Hey. Thank you.
Henry, what do you do for a living? What's your profession?
I work I'm actually a professional chef. Well, I say I'm a professional chef. I work in a Wetherspoon's kitchen. I can microwave a lasagna like a motherfucker. But,
squeezing in some more of his set there. I like it.
I love it. Yeah, mate. I absolutely great set.
Mooch, I have some Jewish porn titles if anyone wants to know them. Jewish horny mature mum fucks her own son. That's out there. My Jewish prostitute wife, Amanda.
Amanda?
That's something, yeah, apparently. there's a lot of her on there.
Is anyone worried at how quickly Lee got this? I've got these bookmarks up already.
Is there a projector in this room?
This is my favourite one. Goth girl from Tel Aviv, arse fucked so hard. That might be my favourite.
The man behind the booth is rock hard right now.
It's a good job you can only see the top half of me from down there.
Okay. Well, Henry, mate, you're through to the final, and go see Lee afterwards, and he'll show you some horrific porn. Give it up for Henry Ginsberg. It's a long song, bro. Who's
there was
next
still
up?
Jewish porn on my phone, so...
I'm just glad we got the grandstand theme tune. Who's next from the list, please?
We have Lorna Wood.
Give it up for Lorna Wood!
1, 2, 3, 4. Get on up, get on up, stay on the scene.
I know what you're thinking. Just how old is that failed children's TV presenter? I'm 35. Yeah, usually more gasps than that, but that's fine. People go, oh my goodness, how do you look so young? And my answer is always the same, that with a child's face and adult acne, you too can look this young. So achievable. I have a confession to make. I used to be a professional Christian. We all experimented in our 20s, didn't we? You'd actually often find me on the sesh at the communion table, chugging Jesus juice, dropping tabs of communion wafer. Body of Christ! I love my neighbour. Not you. But the reason I tell you this is I know that I've got a vibe of someone who wants to save your soul and feed you quiche. I hate quiche. And your soul. Burn in hell! I actually had to leave that job because I was gunning for the big job. You know, Pope. Smash that stained glass ceiling, am I right, ladies? But yeah, for some reason, they didn't want to give me the job. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm not a Catholic. I'm actually an RE teacher now and also do PSHE, which people say, oh, so you teach them to be woke and feed them an orange every now and then. Yes, but I also show them pictures of diseased genitals and make bets on when they're going to throw up. I'm sitting on 3 so far. Kids throwing up, not diseased genitals. You wouldn't be able to sit.
1 dong, 2 dong, 3 dongs.
Oh, give it up for Lorna Wood.
Another one bites the dust.
Lorna, how long have you been doing the old comedy?
This is the 3rd one.
This is, give it up for Lorna. They like you, and but when you came on stage, I knew that you were early to the comedy, early to the party, and
That's like the nicest way. Like she's brand fucking new.
Yeah, she's new. I was trying to think of
early to the party.
Early to the party. You're early to the party, but you can stay at
Is
the party.
this the party?
This is hell, Mooch. This is fucking hell.
Yeah, you could tell you were a bit nervous on stage, and you're going to get better the more you get on stage and just be a bit more relaxed on telling your jokes. I also think that the opener, I don't think it was right. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think what was it again? It was kind of like it was about your age and yeah. I don't think. Do we think she looks old or anything like that?
No.
So I think that's the sort of thing.
I don't look old.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I thought happened there is you kind of did two jokes on top of each other. So if you just said something like, I know, like, I look like a retired children's TV presenter, that's enough. You kind of added your age into it as well, so it was kind of like you had two setups,
it a bit, yeah.
and it just overweighed the joke. Whereas if you stripped it down, I think it'll work fine as a nice opener. To be honest, back to Mooch. Anyway, that's yeah.
And you're a teacher.
Yeah.
You're a teacher, and what is PA? I don't hang around schools anymore. So I have no idea what PHSE is.
PSHE is like personal social health education.
Okay, you see, like, so if the audience is young like this and don't have kids, they won't know. Unless, was that something you did at school? Yeah. All right, cool. I'm just old and fucking like, or didn't do that. So yeah, I was just, the only thing I was going to say is like maybe some of the jokes, if you're talking about a specific thing, be a bit more specific with it so that people like me who are ignoramuses can understand what the joke was.
Or Americans.
Or American. Yeah, as I said, ignoramuses. Sorry.
Synonymous. Thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to? I thought the same as Mooch there. Is things like PSHE, obviously, some people understand it, some people won't. And it's those sorts of things. You'll see it more as you see comedians do stuff. It gives you an opportunity to kind of explain what it is in a funny way to people. So it's like it's actually something you could work on and go like, okay, what is PHSE? Explain it to the audience, add a joke on the end of it, and then you get a free laugh out of it, and everyone's on board with the next stage of the jokes. But no, yeah, lovely. I thought overall, like really like nice stage presence. I like the idea of like being a professional Christian. For some reason, I don't know why that appeals to me. But it is like it is an interesting backstory you've got, and like digging into that is what people are really warm to. So like I'd recommend sticking with that. And that's about it, to be honest. Yeah.
So you are you not religious anymore, or?
I don't really go anymore, no.
You don't go anymore. But
do you know any good Christian porn sites? I'm trying to go multi-faith with this. I don't want anyone to be left.
But so, what were your parents super religious?
No, so
Okay.
that was even. I just went along once.
You just went along.
Then was professionalised and did the job.
That's something you should be talking
That's a
about.
lot to unpack.
Yeah.
That's exciting. And
That's.
I mean, just on, not to you, dude.
Go.
Well, like on, I thought you had really good jokes there, to be honest. I think it's just like it's your third time on stage. So it's going to be like the more you get up, the more you're going to know how to deliver it and know what to do and kind of not just be saying the words, you know? Because when you were like, I'm going for Pope, I'm like, that's funny, you know? Like, and it kind of gives me this insight that you're like a little diabolical, so, and like connecting that with religion, I find very funny. And the one note I would just say, move the mic stand. Next time, you just pick it up and move it so it's out of your way, so it's not like standing between you and the audience. So, yeah.
We'll give it up one more time for Lorna Wood! Should we go to the last name on the list?
Yes. Ellie Weston.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ellie Weston!
Hello. Bit scared. So, there's two things you need to know about me. There's two things I hate. Number one is audience participation, so you don't have to worry. I'm not going to make you join in or anything. It's fine. I think it's lazy. I think it's a crutch. And frankly, I would love to know what you think about that, sir. No, genuinely, I do despise it. It makes me feel sick. I think any comedian that does it should be rounded up, tortured, and killed. And the other thing I hate is exaggeration. Also, you're going to have to forgive me before I continue. I'm a little bit hungover, so I'm not going to be on top form. I was on a date last night. It didn't. Oh, no. It didn't go amazing. I don't want to be mean, but it was fucking dreadful. And also, I woke up this morning, I looked at the wine I'd been drinking, I thought, fuck me. This thing's 20 years old, and why do I feel fucking rough? We get to this fucking restaurant, and for a start, the staff are rude, and I get it, you know, it's not easy being a waiter, but we sit down and we order our mains, and it's all good. But then I look at my food and I'm like, no. Waiter, my steak is raw, and he goes, it's carpaccio, and I'm like, okay, sorry, carpaccio, my steak is raw. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? I'm only joking. I didn't say that because I'm not an arsehole. But I did eat my steak in silence like a good person, and now I've got worms. So that's what you get for being nice. No, and then at the end of the fucking day, like, he comes back round to take the plates, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, sir, let me clear this mess up for you." And I'm like, "All right, I've already called my Uber. There's no need to rush me." Frankly, I shouldn't be making that joke about him, because if anyone's a mess in this situation, it was him. Start of the date, we met up, and we were walking to the restaurant, and he goes, "Oh, like, do you mind if I just pop into the shop? Because I'm not going to have time to pop in the shop afterwards. It's going to be shut, so I just need something for tomorrow." And I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm easy. I'm cool. I'm easy going. Why are you getting a trolley?" And to cut a long story short, he does a fucking full week's... I'm so sorry. He does a full week's shop, and I just trot after him like a little Stepford wife. And what does it say about me? When I tell you he pillaged that Tesco Metro, and I just didn't say a fucking word until after the checkout. At which point I was like, weren't you just getting a few things? And he was like, "Oh yeah, I was, wasn't I? Sorry." I was like, "Oh, you seem fucking normal." I cannot wait for the rest of this evening. We get to the restaurant and we sit down. He's got these shopping bags with him, and he just slides a 16-pack of Andrex over to me. He's like, "Do you mind having these on your side? I've not got enough room." The waiter comes halfway through. He's like, "Do you need any sauces or anything?" And he's like, "No, I bought some ketchup earlier." He just whacks it out on the table. It's not even fucking Heinz. It's embarrassing. So, as you can imagine, after that, I got a little bit drunk. Yeah, it's not the worst hangover I've ever had, though. One time, it was so bad I had to go to A&E, and that was pretty dire. And you wake up and you feel a bit worse than usual, and you think, "Oh, this isn't a hangover, this is something else." So, I ring my doctor, and I go "Can I have an appointment?" And GP's receptionist, don't get me started. One
dong.
I say, "All right,
Two
not allowed
dongs."
to." So I say, "Can I have an appointment?" And she goes, "Yeah, sure. What seems to be the problem?" And I say, I'm not going to get an appointment for that, am I? That's not what you say. If you want an appointment, you want to say I don't know, "I've got heart palpitations. I feel sick." I don't know. So yeah. Oh, fuck me, you thrown me off. What was I on about? Yes, thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Give it up for Ellie Weston. Ellie. The whole set was such a juxtaposition of 1,000,001 things. You, I think, in your personal life are super, super confident. You're wearing a tiara and this crazy outfit. When you came on stage, I was like, okay, cool. And I could tell you're new and you had nerves, and that kind of what endeared you, I think, to the audience, because I think they do like you. Yeah? I think you're liked there by the audience, and you've got jokes, but there's just too much dead air in between those jokes. There were some great jokes there, this lady was loving it. She just looked over here, but there were too many points where there was just so much dead wood that you need to chop. You handled it was a good heckle, but it was too harsh. I think so. It would have been funny if it was someone who was a bit more arrogant about it, but it was well timed. But cutthroat. But yeah, no, I think you're gonna be really good. I really do. I think you're gonna be if you stick with it. But you need to be more of a cunt like that lady over there. Because you come up on stage and the way you look and the way that you're sort of here nervously talking about this date, it doesn't work. You need to be dominating the stage and telling them about this steak and you go, oh my God, waiter, carpaccio, whatever your fucking name is, give me my fucking steak. Do you know what I mean? It needs to be said with vim and confidence because the punchlines are there, but the delivery is not.
I thought the jokes were sort of interesting too. I didn't expect what you were gonna say, but one thing that it blew my mind because I just told the last person to move the mic stand, and then you got up and didn't move it, and then almost hit this couple with the mic stand. You didn't move, and then what I loved about that is you put it right fucking back where it was. Like, you're like, this is where this goes. And I couldn't listen. I stopped listening. I, like, freaked out. I was like, this can't be happening. Like, am I in a fever dream? But, I mean, like, how you must be new. I mean, and I'm... This is literally my first thing I've ever done. Oh! Fuck you. Fuck you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That's ridiculous.
No, keep speaking into the mic. So, first thing I'm going to say is don't do gong shows because like for your first gig, it can be such a confidence killer. Like, and go do open mics and record everything you do. Yeah. Listen to where the laughs are and reduce the words in between those laughs so that it is just a lot more punchier and punchier and punchier. And learn the jokes a lot more and do it in front of a mirror I'm sure you stare in front of a mirror a lot. And I'm just being a dick. I'm just joking. And have it verbatim so that when you're saying on stage, you're not stopping, being like this with the body language of someone who's like nervous. You need to be really, really exuding the confidence that you probably have in front of that mirror. All right? Okay, cool.
And I bet you'll never forget to move that fucking mic stand again. So, nice.
Cool. I don't know what more to add. I would echo what Mooch said. Be the arsehole. Don't apologise for being an arsehole, just be it. Because the audience will like it. They know you're joking, really, and they'll enjoy that about you. Don't try and save the face of your real self. Just put out the act and make that as entertaining as possible. Don't look at the floor so much, but this is all, it's your first ever time, and fuck's sake. Brilliant. Don't look at the crowd, and you don't have to look at anyone directly. You can just look out at the back, and that will bring the whole room into what you're talking about. If you look at the floor, it kind of cuts you off from a lot of people. So that's a big thing. Just stare into the light, although not that one, it's too high. But stare towards the back of the room. That tends to work to engage everyone. The mic stand thing was brilliant. I love that. Bit of slapstick. Fuck it.
Yeah,
why
do
not?
it
That's
every
great.
time.
Yeah. Keep that in. Do that every time. Don't give a shit. That was brilliant. And I wrote ketchup for some reason.
Heinz joke.
Yeah, because your story had lots of beats to it. It had lots of moments in the story, and you were kind of you were talking to us a bit like you would talk to your mate, just telling them everything that happened. But with stand-up, obviously, you only want to tell people the funny bits of the story, and there was bits of the story that you were just this is just a thing that happened, and it didn't have a punchline to it. And then there was the ketchup thing, which was a thing that happened that really did have a really good solid punchline to it, that the guy was using his own ketchup at his restaurant. And that's so try and make that happen with everything you give the crowd, try and make it have that sort of twist at the end, and you'll be sound. But brilliant for your first go. Fucking hell, well done. Nice one.
Thank you, guys.
Give it up for Ellie Weston! Ladies and gentlemen, have you enjoyed the first half of the Ding Dong Dong Show? All right, we are going to take a quick 10-15 minute break. If you want to go outside and around to the other room, go grab a drink. We're going to meet you back here in 10-15 minutes. Everyone with a dildo, please return it.
Vauxhall Comedy Club, are you ready for the second half of the Ding Dong Gong Show? Please welcome back to the stage your host, Mooch!
We good? Do you have a nice little break? The front row is a little lighter. Where has he gone? They're smoking cigs. They went for a drink. Okay, it's cool. You're mental. You're a therapist. Fucking. I was gonna say. That's safe. The fact that you said you were a therapist. What do you do, student? You're a paralegal in security and defense.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff.
In esports. That is mad. You're also an esports player. She's really good at esports. The fuck is esports? Like, to me, that's like fucking swimming on pills. Like, what is your esport of? Is there an esport Olympics? No. What? Okay. What? So what? Explain to me, a man approaching 40, what the fuck esports are. Competitive gaming. Okay, you're a nerd. Wonderful. All right. And so video games. And what video games are you playing competitively? League of Legends. I was correct with nerd. And do you get paid money for this? You won? $1,200. Yeah, more than I earn in a year. Fucking hell, wonderful. And that seems like, yeah, that's a. How do you become a professional League of Legends esports player? You buy a computer. And then, yeah, but how do you get scouted by like some fucking guy on the internet? Because that yeah, seems creepy. Oh, this is a team sport? Yeah. Fucking hell. Does everyone else just understand what is going on, or am I the only one who's just... Yeah? No? Okay, give me a cheer if you know what's going on. Give me a cheer if this is the first time you ever heard about fucking League of Legends. Your friends are part of the... Dude, that's fucked up. All right, okay, cool. Well, did anyone make any friends during the break? Absolutely. Yeah, you did. Like Valentine, you did, yeah? Who did you what? My bench. Your bench. One dong. Okay. We've got to redistribute that dick for the second half. So I'm going to need you, sir. Terrible. Yeah. When you said he had the capacity to be mean, you lied. You lied to me in my face. He was the nicest guy. I don't know if he's like a nice guy or he's just not really wanting to be on camera holding a giant dildo. Understandable. It's a white dick. Oh, what? You're racist? What's wrong with white dick? You wanted to... Disgusting! Okay. Lizzie and Megan? Michaela? Okay, you swapped places. Trying to confuse me. Okay, what's the story over here? What's your name, sir? Arch. Okay, cool. We're in an arch today. And is this your partner? Yeah, it's my girlfriend. It's your girlfriend. And what's your name? Sanjana. Okay, how did Arch meet Sanjana? In school? Okay. Arch, are you the same age? God. Got a bit creepy there. Okay, and what, who were you in the same class? Yes. Okay, you seem too nice. Arch, are you all four together? Do you guys know each other? No, you look evil, man. You look like a cunt. What's your name? Like, you've got fuckboy all over you, man. Like, what is your name, sir? Ishmael. And what do you do, Ishmael? You're a recruitment. Fucking hell. I sniffed it. Ishmael, I normally ask people what's something horrible you've done in the last week, but I'm not going to bother with you. You're in recruitment, and I'm going to give you this double-ended dick. Yeah, no, this is not the black one. This is the white one, bro. There we go. Give it up for Ishmael. Woo! Is this your partner here? What's your name, my love? Maya. And how did you and Ish? How did he recruit you? At the gym. Wow, that is that is a weird place to try and chat someone up. But like Ishmael, he's got the swag. And did you just go over and tell her form was wrong, and then? She came to you. Oh, no, she's shaking her head. No, that bullshit's not going to work with us here. Ishmael. Okay, cool, wonderful. We have our first dong master over here. Give it up for Ishmael. I quite like Valentine. So, Valentine, I think I'm going to go from one extreme to the other. Handle this dick, sir. There you go. Give it up for Valentine one more time. Esports lady. No, you're not... You're too nice. Okay, fair enough. All right, cool. Right, who was the lady who said that horrible comment over there? Okay, you're in prison because that's how much of a dick. What is your name? Huh? Naya. And what do you do, Naya? You're a student. What are you studying, Naya? Criminology. She's a criminal. Fuck it. She is behind bars. Okay. And Naya, who are you here with today?
My mates, my boyfriend.
Your mates and your boy. Are they mates from school? Mates from uni?
Mates that I met through my boyfriend.
Oh, they're your boyfriend's mates. Okay. Jeez. Just from the sort of input that you had throughout the first half, I can see why your friends aren't here. So Naya, you're an absolute bitch, and we need that. No, that is not... Normally, if I was saying that to her outside of this room, that would be an insult. You're what we need. We need your, complete lack of empathy for people who are... Do you want to do comedy? Have you ever done comedy, Naya? No? Okay, good. But you are going to be judging. I think we all agree she was bitchy enough to be... Yes, queen. Okay, cool. Listen, Naya, you're going to get the dirty one. Come here, Naya, and get this dirty dick. Naya, come here, come on. Come on, I know your boyfriend's here, but don't pretend. It looks like a trophy. There we go. Give it up for Naya and her dirty dick. So we had Ishmael, we've got Valentine's, we've got Naya, we have one more dong master, and we're going to need to go. I'm going to go for somewhere over here. Man wearing the weird hat, what is your name, sir? Huh? Callum. Are you an actor or anything like that? No? Okay, so that hat is just a fashion thing. Okay, wonderful. Callum, what do you do, sir? You do retail, so you sell shit. What sort of shit do you sell, Callum? Shoes, not hats. Okay, cool. What kind of shoes are you? A trainer guy, Clarks, stilettos? I can see you having a foot fetish. Yeah. Bit of everything. Okay, and is that the dream? Do you just love shoes, or are you just doing this while you're earning money to become a... Just enjoy. Oh, where are you from, pal? You're from Cardiff. Okay, and who are you here with? Your girlfriend and your man. And are you all just up for the day, or do you live here? You live here now, and you're all from Wales. Okay, flock together. Wonderful. All right. Callum, do you feel you can be harsh enough? Your girlfriend just nodded very aggressively. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give up for Callum. Callum, I feel bad giving you this one because I don't but you're going to have to use this one. It's the only one we've got left. Give it a round of applause for Callum. Ah, you got a skatery look. Weird, wonderful. I just thought it was a weird hat. Okay, perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the second half of the Ding Dong Gong Show? Yeah! We appear to have lost a few people, so I need some energy for this second half. And I also need you to be cruel, to be kind. We may have been a little bit generous there with some of the guys in the first half. You. So if there is just an awkward silence, do what Naya the bitch did, and just shout dong. Maybe not something quite so horrible that is going to scar people mentally for life, but just shout dong and encourage those with the cocks to call the shots. All right?
Put them up high as well.
Put it up high, yeah.
High
Especially Callum and Naya. We're going to need to see that ding dong, and I don't know if you know, but Lee has got some very, very thick glasses on, so you need to really wave it about there. Ladies and gentlemen, we ready for the second half? Lee, who is up first?
We have Ben O'Sullivan first.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ben O'Sullivan!
Hi, my name's Ben. It's okay, Naya. This is still all about you. Don't worry. Just relax. My name's Ben. I work in a bookies, which, for those of you who don't know, it's a bit like being in a ball pit full of children speaking Cockney rhyming slang. And I want to tell you about a customer called the Badger. I don't know why he's called the Badger, he never explained. He doesn't wear shoes, ever. Never once wore a pair of shoes. Says, therefore, fucking mugs. His words. He's the kind of man you would describe as agile for his size. Drives a Citroen Picasso. Loves it. Emerald green, like a smashed bottle. Loves it. Loves a Citroen Picasso. So I'm at work, minding my own business. The Badger's here tonight, I see. I'm at work, minding my own business. I get a call from the Badger. He says, all right, son. It's Badge. I'm like, how can I help you, Badger? He says, I got a new fucking motor. I've got a new fucking motor, me. Do you want to come see it? I'd love to, Badge. So I leave work, I leave the desk, leave everyone queuing up, whatever. I go outside, and the Badger's there. He's just bought another Citroen Picasso. This one in maroon. But I'm trying to be a nicer person. I'm trying hard, but I'm trying to be a nicer person, but you sort of have to disregard a lot of the world to be a nicer person. I feel like I'm the grandmother of a drug dealer. You can
One
try,
dong,
you
two
can
dong, three
try-
dong, four dong.
Give it up for Ben O'Sullivan. Ben, keep hold of the mic. Ben. Keep holding the mic so we can talk into you.
Of course.
Ben, so you work in a bookies and you're dressed in a very weird outfit.
Yeah.
You've got
right? It's weird.
Yeah. I just said that. Is it? This is like a baseball top. Is that a baseball top?
I've got a pasta stain on it though.
You got a pasta, which I wasn't aware of, but you've now told everyone.
Yeah.
And a Trump hat that says sports.
Yeah.
And do you love sports yourself, or this is just what the charity shop had in your size?
Well, Norm MacDonald wore the same hat, and I was trying to get a bit of his.
I think the things just come out. Yeah. Try again.
Testes. The mic's working, everyone.
Yeah. No, mate. As we're talking more like this, I'm definitely getting your vibe. And so Norm Macdonald is a comic that you like. And
Yeah.
yeah. So that's you're kind of that alternative, quirky guy. No, okay.
Yeah. No, sorry. I was.
And much like Norm, he died.
I was drifting away.
Too soon.
Oh my god.
I was hearing, but I wasn't listening.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Ben, are you? How many gigs have you done?
This is my 7th.
Oh my god! Give it up for Ben. When you came on, I liked how you were in the room. You had a go at Naya, which was dangerous because she's got a giant.
She's a bitch.
Yeah. she's Naya. You are. You did you could tell you were a bit nervous because you introduced yourself 3 times.
No. So everybody knows.
Everyone did know. I think 7 gigs is so early, man. So the advice we're going to give is going to be very, very basic because all you need to do is keep on gigging and keep on gigging. You're going to get more confident on stage, and that's I think going to be the first thing you need because finding your voice is going to be tricky. When you came on stage, I wasn't aware of the type of comic you're going to be, but I think now speaking to you and you telling me who your favorite comic is or one of your favorites is, I can see the sort of the alternate weird angle you're going to go down.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? He's got that weird sort of pauses. I think that's going to be
astute observation.
Yes, yeah. Well, I think it just came across as nerves when you were on stage at first.
I'm nervous just in my life anyway.
That I don't doubt
at
all.
Right?
Yeah, and it's so another thing I just want to pull up is you essentially were telling a story, which is really tricky to sort of do well on a Gong show with unless it's a really, really punchy story.
Yeah.
So I'd say try and do more open mics and develop your stories and with more beats to it. before doing Gong shows because you might get your confidence knocked a bit from that, and that's not what we want. We want to see you more confident but awkward.
Yeah, I understand.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Cool.
Yeah, I think there's something interesting about you. I'm not exactly sure what it is. And
you sound like my mother.
I am your mother. So, and I think it's the stories, like somebody who does that really well is like John Mulaney. He can really punch up a story. Norm Macdonald, obviously, someone who you like. But I would also say, like, as you start this journey, because if it's your 7th gig, that's where you're at. You're at the beginning. I would like try to take whatever you like, but also find your own voice, not try to emulate anybody too much.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you want to be Norm Macdonald right now, and you're not gonna be. So I'm just letting you know
Not
that.
with that attitude, lady.
No, well, I'm trying to save you a lot of heartache. So, but I like the hat. So, but Norm wore it better. Okay, Jay.
I like you, man. You're a fun dude. I think I like your sort of overall vibe. I like what you're picking up in your stories, the things you're observing. Like I like the idea of a guy who only buys fucking Citroen Picassos or whatever the fuck it was. Like that's just a nice thing to hear. But who you reminded me of weirdly, and I think it was because of how you delivered this story. You kind of reminded me more of like a David Sedaris kind of storyteller. I don't know if anyone knows who he is, but he's like. He's not quite a stand-up, like so he kind of just he sort of monologues, and I think you'll learn to not monologue your stories. You'll learn to make it a kind of back and forth with the audience a bit more. And at the moment, I think you're on kind of a bit of a train track, telling your story as a sort of monologue rather than as stand-up. So yeah, that's all I'd give you advice on is kind of try and sort of break down your story into a series of kind of sort of moments with the crowd, little back and forth moments, rather than just sort of telling them a load of stuff in one go.
Wonderful. Give it up. Right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ben O'Sullivan. We're going to go from another name from the bucket. It's going to be Jay calling it. Who is up next, Jay?
Dominic Fraser.
Give it up for Dominic Fraser!
Thank you. People don't like sitting next to me on the tube, no matter how much I try and sit next to them. I don't know if you guys noticed about the train, but if a train is coming, and you lie perfectly straight underneath the tracks, the train will actually pass right over you, and you'll survive. I prefer to just stay on the platform. Makes it easier to get on the train. I'm a huge fan of big tits. Or whatever my grandma's called. I recently decided to enroll at my local nursery. When I got there, one of the teachers asked, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Don't worry, I'm on the register." I recently got my girlfriend pregnant. She said she didn't want to have the abortion if it was performed by a man. So you can imagine my relief when I found out about Hetty the Hoover. Didn't realize we had so many kids in this audience. So apparently Johnny Depp's in trouble. I don't really care much about it, but the person who operates my YouTube feed clearly does. Honestly, that shit is everywhere. Honestly, my YouTube feed has more shit in it now than Johnny Depp's bed. I get that because of the YouTube feed. No, but they always say, whenever bullshit news stories like this come out, they always say, like, oh, it's to cover up, other, information they don't want us to know, I feel like they've got the wrong guy, because all I want to do is watch videos on ducks, Did you guys know that a duck penis can grow up to 8 inches long? Yeah. So apparently this is the information they don't want us to know. Duck penises are bigger than ours. God save the Queen, man. God save the Queen. God save the Queen. Does anyone else feel like God should save someone else? You know? Someone who doesn't have, I don't know, a royal guard to protect them, you know? Because I was worried for a second there. I was really worried, but I'm glad she also enlisted the help of the God Almighty to help her. Yeah. No, but, you know, I feel like no, but I feel like, you know, maybe the Queen doesn't want to be saved, you know? Maybe the Queen doesn't want to be saved, you know? It must be pretty embarrassing knowing that the most liked member of your family is Ginger. You know? Yeah. And also the ego as well to live in a castle, you know? It's like, what, your house isn't big enough for your dragon? No, man. I mean, this is new to me, comedy. But I've been meeting a lot of. I need to adjust myself. No, I've been meeting a lot of stand-up comics, and I met a spiritual comic the other day. You know, you don't really meet spiritual comics. It's a bit like right-wing comic or feminist, and you know, it's not something you come across. But he was talking to me, and he was saying, you know, like how he knows he's going to be a stand-up comedian. He was like, oh yeah, man, I know I'm going to be a stand-up comic because like. Every time I look at a clock, it changes from 8:59 to the hour. So it's like 59, which is my angel numbers, and this means that my guardian angels are like looking out for me. And I'm just like, well, what about are they laughing? You know, I feel like that's a better indication of whether or not you're going to be a stand-up comic. You know, it's pretty better than you know.
1 dong, 2 dong, 3 dong.
Oh, give it up for Dominic Fraser. Keep holding the mic. Keep holding the mic. Keep holding the mic. Pull out the thing and speak into it. Dominic, I'm getting the feeling. Settle down. I'm getting the feeling that you're new to this.
Oh yeah.
But you have the timing and the pacing of someone who's been doing this a lot longer than you have.
Thanks.
So like, I thought that was like, it's kind of a weird confidence that you have. But the jokes weren't all there.
Yeah.
So it was like you were fascinating. There were some great bits in there, and there was some dead wood that you need to cut. Like the train thing, I think threw a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think one lady was shouting "dong" for about a minute before his minute was up. But you didn't let that faze you. So like you're obviously a psychopath. You do have a very American Psycho sort of vibe about you.
Yeah. People say that.
Yeah. So, tell me, how many gigs have you done?
So this is my 25th exactly. But so like I used to just do the one-liners for my first 20. So I don't want to do them. So I'm trying to move out and do the bit more observational stuff. But
well, I think you mixed it quite well. If I'm honest, I thought it was. It was an interesting set to me.
Yeah, I thought when he was doing the one-liners, people were kind of like enjoying. So just wait for the next one, It's fun. I think when you switch styles, the kind of how long it was taking you to get to the punchline made people kind of lose a bit of patience. And you got gonged really quickly. But what I did notice is when you did get gonged, a lot of people were like, "No, we like him," which is a great sign, to be honest. Like, so I think you had a lot of support in the room. I loved, like, my favourite bit of your set was just the non sequitur when you started off with like 3 weird jokes. And so anyway, I like big tits. That sort of thing is so great. I love it when acts do those sorts of things. It's so fun to watch. So well done you. Great delivery, I thought. I mean, obviously it's a tricky one. I think one of the hard bits, your delivery really suited one-liners. Yeah. That kind of like deadpan, sort of like kind of slightly psychotic, like you were saying. A bit like, what's the guy from America with the big hair?
Jeselnik.
Jeselnik, yeah, that sort of vibe. Big hair. What the fuck is that? Anyway. Like that, and then when he went into kind of more just like actually like observational, why does the Queen have a castle, blah, blah, blah. Like it kind of didn't suit that delivery style, so I think you'll have to think about where you want to go.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just the transition to that. I think because I thought it was quite good. It was very clever. You know, it's kind of like, why are we saving the Queen when she's? I thought it was great. But yeah, no.
Once then nobody wants to save the Queen. Okay. I think it's that sort of sociopath, psychopathic attitude, which I'm sorry, we can all agree. Like, there's something, like, you were saying things like, I don't give a fuck, which, like, does take a while to even get to. Some people, I mean, you know, some people tonight, like, couldn't even make eye contact. Do you know what I mean? But you're, like, saying things, and I think you could marry that tone of the one-liner into the, like, stuff about the Queen, and it will be really strong early, and then your jokes just have to catch up.
Yeah.
You know, but you had some good ones, so, yeah. So... Good, well done.
Yeah.
So I work at Top Secret. You didn't see me here, by the way. I was not here.
I think I've met you.
I've done the tech for you a few times.
Yeah, hi. I was like, but I was also like, I don't know.
You
like,
did not see me. This is.
Did I mention
Oh, yeah,
how you were my favourite act tonight?
I'm telling everyone.
You know this is filmed.
Yeah, I know. As long as you know.
There's no problem with that, I don't think.
I just don't really tell people.
Okay.
He doesn't want anybody to know. It's a dirty secret.
It's a dirty secret.
It's his dirtiest secret.
Yeah, I like to think they'll find out when I'm good, in a way. You know? That's when
well, that'll be a while. I'm sorry. Hi. Have a nice night.
No. Like, Dominic, I thought that was good. You're very, very promising. Keep gigging.
Yeah, well done, man.
We'll sort that later. Give it up for Dominic. Who is up next, Lee?
We have Mack.
Give it up for Mack!
Hello. So I've recently been released from prison, and it's a strange one because I'm not really supposed to be talking about it. My family, they're embarrassed by the fact, especially my husband, because he just doesn't think that I should talk about the family home in that way. But from my perspective, I couldn't leave. It was overcrowded, and every time I had a shower, I was molested. So you tell me the difference. But I did survive that pandemic living with my husband, our many kids, while pregnant. There was not a second of that pandemic where I was not being touched, both inside and out. By the end of that pandemic, I just wanted to see a face that hadn't come out of my vagina. Or in it, you know? But sadly, me and my husband, we've made the decision to divorce. And you know what? Fuck that. It's actually, divorce is good. It's fine. I have someone that I can co-parent my kids with, but I get to date other people. It is the best of both worlds. I get to have my cake and get eaten out too. It's great. But my friends, when they heard the news, they were like, oh my God, what are you going to do? How will you figure it out? It's been years since you were single. What will you do? And I'm like, how hard can it be? My dummy of an ex-husband figured it out when we were still together. In a lockdown. I mean, but you know what's great? Like, so great. Kids. Kids are great. Do we have any child-free people in the crowd tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, that is the sound of energy. You don't have that when you've got kids. I have this one kid, right? He is feral. He is fucking feral. This kid won't wear shoes. He's like that guy's badger. He won't wear shoes. Barely wears clothes. And when I feed him, he takes the plate from the table, puts it on the floor, hunkers down to eat it. Like, if you were to look at all my kids, from ground feeder to eldest, it's like watching the evolution of man. You know when you go to the park and there's parents there and they're laughing? Their kids are chasing the squirrels. It's so cute. Yeah, we don't laugh. Our fucker catches them.
Give it up for May. Another one bites the dust. Keep holding it. May. So, how long have you been going?
This is my first show.
Oh. Well done, May. Yeah, you came in like hot with some topics that I would suggest you avoid until maybe you've done a few more gigs, because it can be like talking about noncery straight off the bat. Even though it's a weird juxtaposition coming out of someone who looks like you. Do you know what I mean? You look very sweet, and then you come out and you're just talking about the most heinous shit in the world. was weird, and I like that. But
Smokes and mirrors, you know.
yeah, smoke. Well,
Redirect.
yeah, it was intense. But like I'd say maybe avoid some of those topics until you're a bit more seasoned, if that's the type of humour that you like. Are you a dark humour?
Yeah.
But then just pastel everything else because like. I thought for the first time it was very good, but like it was a bit all over the place. Do you know what I mean? It came in hot and then it was very weird. But I think they found you interesting because you lasted a long time for a set that didn't have as many punchlines as we would have hoped for. Yeah. But it was and I think being interesting it has given you a bit more time there. But you know, it's your first gig. You'll get better.
Cool, thank you.
Yay. I feel like I'm going to see you on the news for murdering one of your children. Like, that is the vibe I got. I like that you're like, no, but you were like, I have this one, you know? And I was like, Jesus.
Everyone has the one. It's always the second one as well, by the way.
So now we know which one it's going to be. Yeah. Okay, that's, woo, all right. No, I mean, I know you don't know me, but like, I'm very dark. I do very dark stuff. And you have a likability, and I think it's just like, you have to get them to trust you initially, so then you can immediately go dark. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's like right out of the gate, everybody's like, holy shit, what the fuck? You know? And like, so it's kind of like I echo what Mooch said. There just has to be a couple things, or maybe it's the delivery, less Stepford wife getting a divorce and more. Do you know what I mean? But you're new. So it's what, day one, you know? I'm just listening to them be fucking assholes.
Nah, shut the fuck up.
You did well, so just keep going. There you go. Yeah.
First gig, man, that's amazing. Really good. What I would say is, what I noticed early on, it's kind of like, because it's your first gig, you sound like someone who's rehearsed what they're going to say and is now performing what they rehearsed that they were going to say. And the more you do it, the more you'll just be like telling people stuff that you want to tell them. And there was like a moment in the set, I think weirdly, when you mentioned your divorce, you came alive. And it was like your rhythm changed and it felt way more like you were talking to the room. And then you kind of went back into your sort of like prepared sort of rhythm. And like it's all about just getting so comfortable on stage that all of that sort of like, you know, acty kind of like rehearsed kind of nature of it all sort of fall away. And you sound like you've got a fucking really cool story, man. You've been around, you've lived, you've got children, you're going through a divorce, you went through a lockdown with a guy who apparently molested you in the shower, which is, I feel like we could talk to the police about that if you want. That's fine. But it's like you've got like loads of stuff you want to talk about, and like you'll learn to do that. And I think trust that the audience will be interested in it. You don't have to put on too much of an act. You don't have to do too much, like talk about what you know, because you'll know a lot. So yeah, well done.
Super, thank you so much.
One thing I just say is, I think because you've got a unique look, and if this is how you're going to be performing, maybe make a joke about and address like the unique way that you dress and look, so that it is a bit of an icebreaker, because people are going to be thinking about that, you know, with a pastel sort of rainbow skirt on.
My kid threw food in my original outfit.
Well, it looks like you threw food on this one. But yeah, I just say come up with something to address this, and I think that's going to ease them in and get a first joke out of the way.
Super.
Give it up for May Mack! Who's next on the list? Lee.
We have Simon Kelvik.
Give it up for Simon Kelvik!
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. My name's Simon Kelvik, and I would just ask, I do apologise about the delay there. I was just climbing up from the well at the back of the venue. I would just ask, please don't be sat on the toilet in precisely 1 week's time. It's better for your family that way. I was going to perform a whole set like this, but my supervisor at work, the fat Welshman, said, no, show them your face, Simon, show them your face. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. If I show them my face, I can build a rapport with the audience. And he said, no, Simon, no. He said, your face is the only certain guaranteed laugh in your set. I said, oh, fat Welshman, why are you being so horrible to me? And he said, oh, comedy's a bad business, Simon. You start out at the bottom and with routines like yours, you stay there. I said, anyway, now you can see my face, you can see my beard. In performing at a Gong show like this, I'm basically committing suicide in public and taking a bunch of unwilling strangers with me, so I thought I'd best grow the appropriate facial hair. I went to McDonald's earlier because we're up in London, and I went to McDonald's, and these days in McDonald's they don't give you a plastic straw anymore, they give you a paper straw. It's all well and good unless you actually want to use it to consume the drink. It's good for the environment, so I'm told.
One dong.
So I'm sat there with the paper
Two
straw,
dongs.
and I'm going in with the paper straw, and it's bad enough as you get halfway through, and I find I'm suddenly filtering the drink through a wodge of A4 paper. I'm sort of, as I get towards the end, I'm sort of like rocking back and forth, like trying to take this thing down. I look like I'm doing the saxophone routine from Careless Whisper. I don't think anyone's writhed about at the dinner table so much since John Hurt in Alien. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I'm doing this.
Give it up for Simon Kelvik! Simon, you had an interesting entrance.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, I don't think it was great. Simon, can we talk about what you do for a living?
I work for the Fat Welshman.
Okay, what is the what do you do? Because I hope it's nothing to do with kids.
Oh no, I do a very dull 9-to-5 job.
You're doing a dull 9-to-5 job, man. That was interesting, man. It was like, I know it's an alternate sort of routine, but I think the material, the paper straw joke, I think it's been done a lot. So I think you're putting a lot of work into bits, but I'd maybe look at a different joke because I think it's been memed to death and stuff like that. So I don't think that is the material, the subject that you should start with. Weird entrance. Why did you do the whole hair thing?
Because it sort of leads into the bit where the banter with the Fat Welshman.
The band?
With the banter with the Fat Welshman telling me off. My routine is basically people telling me off.
Okay, all right. It was interesting, man. How long have you been going, pal?
6 months.
6 months. Well, you're very, very. How many gigs have you done in that 6 months?
I think tonight's my 14th.
14th. That's so no. Give it up for Simon Kelvik, man. Well, no, we're gonna like. So what sort of comics do you like? What is your sort of?
I like Stanhope, and I like Stuart Lee, and I like George Carlin as well.
George. Okay. All right. Cool. Interesting.
I am rarely rendered speechless. So I didn't understand most of what was going on, if I'm being honest. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't keep doing what you're doing, because it's definitely different. Have anybody else seen anything like that before? I don't know. I think I could find something like this on the dark web. So thank you for bringing it to me today. Keep going. That's all I got for you.
Thank you.
Excellent. So you're obviously like quite a character as a human being. I was wondering if you were like a character actor, if you deliberately but you've got a strange nature about you. I mean, you sort of like yeah, exactly. And it's really endearing. I like it a lot. And like the jokes you're writing, I thought were really good. Like the joke you did about like it's kind of like a mass suicide. What you're about like doing that. And you got people missed because they laughed at the first bit. They missed a joke about get the beard to match the intention and that. I thought that was a solid joke, man. The only thing I would say is some of your references were quite old. I can't remember. It was like John Hurt in Alien. These children haven't seen that fucking film. So like it's worth thinking like what is the more recent kind of references you can draw on to get your jokes over to kind of like a contemporary audience a bit better. But no, I think you're on the right path, man. You're doing something very different. Like just keep honing it, keep getting more jokes, write more jokes, and don't give up, man. Excellent stuff.
I just want to say, I think you've got your facial expressions are great, and I think you should be like they're funny. The sort of reactions you're giving us here, even just with the nod, it's strange but funny. And I think maybe you should try and do a bit. You came on stage with your face covered up. Make more of if you're going to carry on with that, the face that you pull when you come out of that, because you've got like a funny face, and I mean that not in an insult sort of way. And you like when you tell your weird jokes, use your face as an extra punchline.
I mean, you work for someone you called the Fat Welshman, and you look like you're like a henchman. I don't know what you do. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's like, yeah, lean into it. You know.
Give it up one more time for Simon Kelvik! Should we go one more for the bucket? Yeah! Catherine, do the honors.
One name. You did.
You did what?
You did. It just says you did. One name. It's
Give
like
it up
Cher.
for you did!
Big pimpin', baby.
Okay, hello everyone. Hello. Nice to meet you. I must say I was scared of bombing before I came up here, but I've actually come round to the idea. It's true, because I know if most of you bombed, it'd probably break your confidence. But if I bomb, I get 72 virgins. That's what ISIS told me anyway. But it's kind of strange to see all the people with dongs of power, because I kind of feel like if patriarchy had a final conclusion, people with authority would need a dildo to prove it, wouldn't they? So yeah, my name's Yadid. I know you had a bit of trouble pronouncing it. If you're wondering where that's from, I don't blame you. I've been told I'm quite racially ambiguous. If you must know, I'm actually from the Caribbean. I'm from the only island that matters in the Caribbean, England. If you thought I was going to say Jamaica, you're wrong. Everyone thinks Jamaicans are arrogant. We're not arrogant. You must understand, we basically hold up the world. Jamaica's actually influenced dance, music, fashion, you name it. And we've bred some of the fastest athletes that this world has ever seen. And the pinnacle of Jamaica's cultural significance is bad customer service. But I guess that's why we need better representation. I mean, another reason why we need better representation is because of my pet peeve. My pet peeve is non-Jamaicans doing a Jamaican accent. And I know you've all done it. You always got to sprinkle bomber clarts everywhere, don't you? Everything's bomber clart. And it's like, in 2022, bomber clart cannot be your best Jamaican impressions. We say blood clot as well. But yeah, exactly, she knows it. But you know, thankfully in some areas we do have good representation. I mean, everyone thinks it's hard to be gay and black. It's not hard to come out as gay if you're black. Not while we've got beloved comedians like Gina Yeshere and Stephen K. Amos. I'll tell you what's hard. In the black community, it's hard to come out as a police officer. That's the one you got to sit your parents down for. I actually have a friend who's a detective, and even his cousin that's been to jail 5 times is like, nah, you messed up, fam. You messed up. Well, it's true, but I get it though. Sometimes people that don't necessarily share our cultural experiences are trying to tell our stories for us, and it's a problem. Case in point, something you might not know about me, we just met, is I do something called LARPing. Does anyone know what LARPing is? Yeah? Ah, great. So LARPing is where you get a big field, you get to shoot each other with bows and arrows, you get swords, spears, battle axes. It's like Brixton, but cosplay. You know what I mean? And we meet up on the weekend, we play Dungeons and Dragons, and as someone who's quite deep in the culture, my community has had it with Lord of the Rings doing orc face in all their movies. There's perfectly ugly people in Vauxhall they could have chosen. But even me, I applied to be a hobbit. They gave that to Elijah Wood. It's kind of odd because they told me I didn't quite fit the demographic, which I find kind of weird because if you Google it, Mordor is literally inhabited by creatures of evil. But when they saw me, they were like, this area's gone downhill. But yeah, fuck Mordor anyway, man. Council tax is way too high considering the realms are at war and they ain't even got a police station. I mean, I think the next best thing is probably like Kingston or something. But if you don't know, I'm what Jamaicans call a coolie. And a coolie is a somewhat derogatory term. It just means I'm part Indian Jamaican and I'm part black Jamaican. So I'm part black Jamaican and part Indian Jamaican. There's a tragic artist called Mark Rothko. And in his suicide note, he said, why is that funny? Damn, all right. In his suicide note, he said, I've killed myself because I cannot seem to find where light becomes shade. And as a coolie, that's at the heart of my existential crisis. Because I can't seem to find where goat curry becomes curry goat. It's the same thing. But I'll give you a fun fact, actually. Did you know Jamaica has more churches per square mile than any other country in the world? Which kind of explains why the murder rate's so high. And it's true, because when you think about it, Jesus told his disciples, "You will do greater things than what I've done." And he wasn't wrong, because Jesus did normal stuff. You know, he told the aristocrats of his day to chill out. He healed the sick. He helped the poor. But the Inquisition, that was something to remember. But I kind of feel like women control the economy of religion now.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the...
Give it up for your day. Yeah, you did, man. You did good, man. I'm trying not to do a Jamaican accent. I cannot help it. Yeah, I really liked the start of your bits there, man. Like the customer service thing, I think nailed on. I think you're very likable. And I think there were more jokes in the first half of your set than the second. It got a little bit preachy and talking about a story sort of stuff, but it was interesting. So they kind of, apart from him, he wanted you to go on. He threw out the dong right at the last minute. But like, I think everyone else seemed to really, really enjoy it, did you know? Tell me, how long have you been going, my friend?
First set.
Oh! Well, fuck you, you did. Fuck you. That was really good for your first time, man. And like, you had confidence. And that, yeah, mate, that was, yeah, I've changed my mind.
Oh, cheers, man.
Yeah, I will echo that I think you're likable, and I think that will help you a lot, like on stage, because you'll be able to get away with saying, you know, different types of like more hard-hitting topics or whatever. Just, you know, you just, like I think Mooch said, like, you know, got like a little storytelling, which is fine. I mean, maybe that's where you're gonna go, but just like punching it up, you know, so it's like consistently fun. But I mean, whatever. It's your first set. Like, we shouldn't even be saying anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to go bomb like a lot and then come back, you know, and then have a set. But great job for your first time.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was excellent for your first time. Fuck's sake, that was great. I'm furious. That was really good, really confident. And you opened up with like a couple of jokes you just thought of backstage about dongs and patriarchy and all that sort of stuff, which I thought was cool. And then you talked to what was great about you like everything was about where you're from, who you are, which I think is nice. A lot of comedians, myself included, would kind of like go off into like, oh, I'm going to put the world to rights and fucking do all this, but you just telling people about who you are. And then as soon as you put the world to rights at the end about Christianity, this guy's like, Dong, tell me more about your life journey, please. And it was cool. It was just, you're an interesting dude, man. You got Jamaican heritage, but you're also a massive nerd, which is fucking brilliant to hear. Like, because most white people are like, oh, Jamaicans are just naturally cool. So it's good that you do a stupid, nerdy thing like you're laughing to kind of counterbalance your natural coolness, which is brilliant. And that's interesting. Just like, it's just cool, interesting stuff to talk about. So yeah, keep it up. I'm sure you'll be fine, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Give it up for your dude! Which brings us on, I think, to the final act of the evening. Who is up?
It is Ramy Nema.
Give it up for Ramy Nema!
Oh, hey. Okay. That took a minute. Good to be here. My name is Ramy Nema. I'm not from here, actually, you know. I'm actually from a small province in America, and it's called Iraq. And, what happened? You guys been there? You like geography? Is that what it is? It's nice. Now I'm here in the West. It's nice to be in the West because I'm a refugee and, you know, I flee the Middle East for the same reason as other refugees, and that is to Islamize the West. And it's part of a bigger project we're working on, you know? And I only have a small part in it, you know? I only do the catering. What do you guys want to drink, you know? So I came here to the West by foot. You know what's weird? If you walk to the West, you are a refugee. But if you walk to the east, you're a backpacker? What the hell is that, man? I want to be a backpacker too, you know? That sounds amazing. Just walking around a little? It's nice. I'm from Middle East. It's nice to be from Middle East, you know, because I'm not good with the ladies, and it's because of my father. You know, my father's in his 80s. He's from a different part of the world, and he has 2 wives simultaneously, because in the Middle East you can have 4 by law. And the weird part is they're both fine with it. I'm not fine with it. I told him honestly. I was like, Dad, you could have 2 more. You know, if you want me to look up to you as a father, you know? Such a huge disappointment, man. By the way, if you're a single guy, go to the Middle East. Yeah, go on Tinder in the Middle East. Tinder in the Middle East is the best. You can match 4 chicks with 1 swipe. It's interesting. I try to be a good guy. That's what I try to be, you know. Because sometimes I see a couple of guys catcalling a girl, and I can't stand for it, you know. It makes me mad. I'm like, hey! Answer them. That is so rude. Not to answer that question, if you want to see all their penises. They're good penises, I've seen them. They're handsome, you know? Not good with the ladies, man. The only thing I know about girls is that they love flowers. The only thing I know. I think girls love flowers because they like to watch something beautiful die slowly in front of their faces. Psychopaths do that too sometimes, you know? And then they put the flowers into a vase with water just to stretch out the time of its suffering. You know? That's bad, man. Dude, every time I'm dating a girl and I go and buy her flowers, I'm like, man, it's crazy how much money I have to spend on something that is slowly losing its beauty, and I have to buy her flowers too? Oh! Oh! Oh no! All right, settle down. Yeah, settle down. It's nice. Nice to be here. I live in Amsterdam. I live there with 2 gay guys. Yeah. You gay or something? What's going on? I live there with 2 gay guys. They're my buddies. I love them. And we share everything. You know, we share the same computer in the living room. And there is a lot of, you know, gay porn on it. And I don't know what they watch. No idea. I speak for myself. I'm a grown man, you know? I grew up with religion, man. They used to tell me weird shit. They used to tell me that being gay is unnatural. I'm like, unnatural? Licking your own elbow. That's unnatural, right? I mean, nature loves homosexuals. Why else do you think the rainbow has got the same colors as the gay flag? That is no coincidence. That's a way of nature to show us they support homosexuals. Rainbows are never straight. Sometimes you see a double rainbow, right? Have you seen a double rainbow if you're a dude? Yeah? Well, that means you're gay. Yeah.
All I do is money on my mind. I can never.
Give it up for Ramy Nema!
Thank you. Where you going?
Yeah, off to go find a rainbow. I think you definitely had the joke of the night tonight. That catcalling thing fucking bent me double because I was just such a surprise. It's so true. Yeah, I saw you at a gig in the week.
I bombed there,
yeah. Well, no, it was a tough gig.
It was a weird night.
It was a tough, weird gig, but I'm so glad I got a chance to see you again.
Thanks.
What a great way to end the show. Really, really strong. So, I thought you wobbled a bit in the middle somewhere, I think, but as soon as you got some big laughs, your confidence grew, and you were. There was one point I was just like, oh, is he going to lose it here? But you didn't. And I don't know why I'm drawing attention to it.
Yeah, it's never did a Gong. Yeah, that was the first Gong show.
Yeah.
So my self-esteem went to shit.
Yeah.
But this is a nice show.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Ramy, you say you live in Amsterdam?
Yes.
I think if you wanted to move here, I think you could really tear up the comedy circuit in Rwanda.
Shots fired.
Oh, you're the Jewish porn guy, right? I'll not trust you.
Mazel tov. All right. Yeah, cool.
Your jokes are really smart. You have a great stage presence because everybody's like looking at you. They don't know what's coming, and then you kind of soften it by being very likable as well. Like, you know, I mean, because you're kind of like, oh, settled. Like you were in control. Like, you know, you could see you told them to settle down. You know, which then got another laugh. Like, so it's really good. I don't have, and you know, we know a little bit about your background and the way you think. Some fun misdirects. You know, good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. No, excellent. I don't have much more to add. I just thought, really strong, good opener, good confidence all the way through. I really like that backpacker joke. I thought that should have got more.
Oh, thanks.
I thought that was a really smart joke. I like that.
Thank you.
So yeah, just all good jokes, all jokes that kind of make you think, that flip like your preconceptions on their heads. I love that sort of stuff. So well done, man. That was excellent. And
just the fat was trimmed off of them. So that's just like for everybody that, you know, we were saying tonight, it kind of like that's how you like set up a joke and then tell a punchline and then keep going, you know. So yeah, great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Give it up for Ramy Nema! Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to choose a winner tonight, and there were quite a few people who got through. So if you just play some music for literally, thank you. We'll be with the winner in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a decision! If we could get all of the finalists up onto the tiny stage that probably won't fit all the finalists up, and we can play just a little bit of music as they come up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got Duffy Connors, Henry Ginsberg, Ramy Nema.
Get on up, stay on the
I think there was some more.
Get on up, like a sex machine. Get on up, get up.
Wonderful. First of all, guys, you all did great. We're going to get you some midweek spots here at Vauxhall Comedy Club, so you can get some more stage time, and we'll see you in a non-gong environment. So give it up for all of the guys for the finalists. It was a tricky decision, but we felt Henry Ginsberg, you are the winner for this evening. Ramy, I thought you were really good, and we're going to get you another spot on a weekend show as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Henry Ginsberg! That is it. Have you enjoyed yourself this evening? Wonderful. We are here every day of the week here at Vauxhall Comedy Club. The Ding Dong Gong Show is on every Sunday, where we try and see brand new acts, as well as some people who are trying to get onto the weekend shows. Friday and Saturday is Bottomless Booze Comedy, where we have pro shows and 90 minutes of bottomless booze. Have you enjoyed it? Please do leave us a positive review and fuck off. Good night.